Over the years, we've got a lot of good missions in Grand Theft Auto, but today in this video, I'm going to go over the 10 best story missions in Grand Theft Auto 6. Welcome back to Hoopa GTA. Let's get into the video. Number 10, Complications. Most of the early missions of the game revolve around Franklin repoing cars for his boss, Simeon Yetarian. This mission asks the player to sneak into a fancy house and drive a yellow SUV out of the garage and back to the dealership. Part of the way through, however, Michael awakes in the backseat and points a gun at Franklin, telling him to drive the car into the dealership. It's a fun stealth mission, which leads to cutting ties with an annoying boss. The player even gets to beat up Simeon as Michael.
Maybe I'm cut out for the movie business after all, huh? My friend, you're a sentimental thug with zero artistic training and nothing.
Number 9, Marriage Counseling. This mission starts out with Franklin finding his wife cheating on him with a tennis coach. The mission involves him and Franklin chasing the tennis coach to a house on the side of the cliff. The insane aspect of this mission is that Michael literally destroys the house by hooking the foundation and pulling it down. This leads to a chase where Franklin needs to avoid gangs that are shooting at them. Michael and Franklin learn later that they destroyed the house of cartel leader Martin Madrazo's mistress.
You had an arrangement. You and I are gonna have an arrangement. I'm gonna arrange your fucking funeral.
I'm really sorry, bro. I'll comp this session. I promise.
You are dead, man. Fuck, dead!
Number 8, Crystal Maze. Through the first few missions with Trevor, it's easy to see how he's a lot more impulsive and has a lot more people hate him, rather than Michael and Franklin. This is seen in Crystal Maze as he goes after the O'Neill brothers. After the family steals Trevor's business, he decides that he's going to take out every last one of them. This is a typical shootout mission where players must kill all targets after him. The cherry on top, though, is being able to blow up their house at the very end.
I've always wanted to be an international drug dealer and a weapons trader. Alright, so I'm begging you. Let's make this happen.
Number 7, Three's Company. This is the first mission that involves all 3 playable characters in the main storyline. The mission is to help the FIB steal Ferdinand Karamov, an individual the FIB presumed was dead, but turns out is alive and is being interrogated by the IAA. This mission is a blast because each character serves a different role in the mission, and the player gets to experience each of them. Trevor flies the helicopter while Michael rappels down to kidnap Karamov. Meanwhile, Franklin is on standby for backup with a sniper rifle.
Annoying wife, 2 kids. Remember them? You get tied down, you can't move anymore. What about your ties to me?
Number 6, Blitzplay. In another FIB mission, the 3 protagonists are tasked to rob an armored truck filled with funds for the IAA. Michael decides to go with a blitzplay approach, where they block the path of the armored vehicle with a garbage truck right before it pulls up. Then, when it's parked, they ram the car with a tow truck to destroy the vehicle and collect the money. If the player is successful with this, then they will need to deal with a shootout of major proportions. The joy of it is being able to choose which character to use during the fight, occasionally switching to character in need of help. Number 5, the Jewel Score. This heist gives players the first taste of what heists are like in the game, including preparing for the heist in mini missions and choosing their crew. This is one of the many heists in the game that give players multiple options on how to approach it. Michael and Franklin can rob the jewelry store by either posing as a fumigation company after they knock everyone out with sleeping gas, or by approaching it head-on as an old-fashioned stick-up robbery. Regardless, be prepared to drive away from the cops. Number 4, the Bureau Raid. Steve Haynes, the arrogant FIB agent Michael has been doing jobs for, asked the main characters to steal any records of Haynes' crimes from the FIB building. This is one of the later heists in the game, but one that also only includes Michael and Franklin. This one also has 2 options. For covert, Michael poses as a janitor and rids the FIB with bombs. After they explode, they infiltrate as firemen to get the files. Roof has all of them take a helicopter to the top of the FIB building, parachute down, and steal the files from the top. Number 3, the Polito Score. It is likely that this is the most insane mission in the entire game. It seems small, as Michael, Franklin, and Trevor are looking to just rob a bank in Polito Bay. However, this bank has over $8 million in its vaults, and there are plenty of cops that are willing to take anyone out who tries to steal it. This is why they are tasked with getting heavy military-grade armor and weapons in order to escape with the cash. Players will need to hold off the cops and the local army, needing to deal with the tanks coming right at them. It is high action the entire time, so don't expect to stop and breathe from the moment the robbery starts. Number 2, the Big Score. Michael and Trevor have always dreamed of pulling the big one, robbing the Union Depository. Along with Franklin, they get to execute the job. There are 2 drastically different approaches. One involves being subtle, posing as individuals who are in charge of driving around the gold bars and pretending to just be doing another load. Then there's the obvious, which involves a fake holdup in front of the Union Depository, while a drill underground breaks through the walls and grabs the gold. The heist is stealth at first, but becomes high action as the police find out what's happening. If players are successful, they are set for life. Number 1, the Third Way. Players have a choice on how they want the game to end, with Franklin being asked to kill either Michael or Trevor, but the best and most canonical choice is picking the Third Way. The 3 of them team up to take out many of the adversaries that have tortured them throughout the game. It starts with a shootout with the FIB in Merryweather and ends with each character taking out one person at a time individually. When it's all said and done, they all work together to end the life of one more individual who has been a pain in the butt since he came into their lives. All in all, it's one of the most satisfying ways for a game to end. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any of our videos in the future. Also watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.